I may not be a relationship expert, but there's this game called Facade, and it's a game where you have to save Trip and Grace's marriage. So a friend goes over and the friend tries to help him out. Now, the thing is, they are fighting. You have to try to stop them from fighting. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. Now, sometimes in a relationship, like if you're married, and the fight escalates, then you're going to have a problem, and your wife may want to get a divorce. In Facade, Trip thinks it's okay that whatever it is, it's not a problem. But it is a problem. Now, if your girlfriend, or if your girlfriend wants to go to a certain college, let her go to that college. If your wife wants to become an artist, let her become an artist. Don't force her to go into something else, because it's her life. You do not force someone to do something else, because that's not who she is. Grace mentions that Trip is so controlling, and that is true, because he forced her to go into advertising instead of art, and she wanted to do art. Everyone in this world has their own opinions about something. So I have opinions about chili dogs. I mean, I like chili dogs. You guys may not. That's your opinion. And that's okay. You guys may like Cajun meat pies. I don't. And that's our opinion. Our opinions, our likes and dislikes, our friends and family is what makes us us today. Apparently Trip cannot see that story. That her relationship is not about being controlling. If your wife wants to do whatever it is that she wants to do, let her do it. Don't be controlling. Don't be that person to control that other person. So don't force her to go into a certain college if she doesn't want to go into the college. If she wants to go to, like, for example, my sister wants to go to Stephen F. Austin, and if she had a husband, her husband could force her to go into University of Phoenix. My sister doesn't want to do that. Alright? Don't do that. Because if she wants to go to Stephen F. Austin University, then let her go to Stephen F. Austin. That's how life is. We have our own opinions about school. We have our own opinions about books. We have our own opinions about jobs. We have our own opinions about food. We have our own opinions about video games. We have our own opinions about board games. We have our opinions about computers, computer screens, TVs, video game consoles, favorite characters, the kind of houses you guys like, music, and movies. We all have opinions on something in this world, okay? For example, I like video games. Not everyone in the world likes to play video games, alright? People have their own opinions about marriage. Some people don't want to get married because they believe that they're better on their own. And sometimes it is best to have someone in your life to be with, to love, and to hold for the rest of your lives. Now, it's really hard. Life was easy as a kid, but as you're growing up, it doesn't become that easy anymore. The reason why is because you do more things than when you did as a kid. And don't complain about a girl that you know for such a long time getting married to a guy that she hardly ever knows. There's plenty of girls out there. And don't go on that road to fight to get her back, because she's already with the guy that she wants to be with. Just let her do what she wants, okay? She's a girl. Girls find guys that look attracting, they date them for so long, and then they get engaged, then they get married and have kids. Marriage is not about being controlling. Now, if you control someone, that's not going to make them feel happy. Cheating isn't going to make them happy. Finding out you're watching porn isn't going to make them happy either. But the main thing is cheating. Having an affair. Because that's where your relationship could come to an end. Now, I watched the 700 Club a while back. I can't watch it now because the DirecTV isn't working for some reason. But anyway, back onto the subject. Now, on the 700 Club, this guy was having an affair with his wife. And he actually regrets doing it. He packed up his stuff, all ready to go, because he knew that his wife was going to kick him out. But for some reason, she did not kick him out. She wished she didn't have to do it, but she did. Now, let me ask you this. Why did she not kick him out of the house? It's because she knew that he was upset and God wants them to be together. Right? That's how it works these days. You guys love one another. You guys notice that he cheated on her. He had an affair because he was looking at porn, and he was sitting in the hallway crying with all his stuff already packed up because he knew that his wife was going to kick him out, as all the other marriages. But other people, they don't do that. It's either they are done or they finally forgive them and get remarried. But this couple actually never gave up on their marriage. They stayed together, even though he had an affair. God just wants us to forgive and forget. Because in the Bible it states, if you forgive one another, they will forgive you back. So, God will forgive you if you're forgiving the people that hurt you. It's a sad subject to say, but it's true. Because with Trip and Grace, they have different endings on where one of them leaves or they both stay together. Trip and Grace both admit that they had an affair. Trip had an affair in Italy. Grace painted a picture while he was out, so he did that behind her back. And also Grace, when she was in college, she was in love with someone else, an art major named Vince, and she slept with him. So I just want you guys to understand, do not ever be controlling to your wife, your girlfriend, or your fiancé, or even to your friends, okay? Don't convince anyone to do that. Because that's not the right thing. As I said, everyone in the world has their own opinions about something. So, all you can do is just be supportive to your girl until, I mean, you just have to support your friends, you support your boyfriend, girlfriend, you support your fiancé, you support your husband, wife, you support everyone. Because that is what you do. You don't go in and make them change their minds. You just support them on what they want to do. And that is the case. So never will you do that. And if you do, your girl is not going to be happy, and she's going to find a guy that will support her no matter what. Okay? See, when I was with Kelsey, I always supported her. I supported her on finding a new boyfriend, on getting a job and all that. I never once said for her to not take the job at McDonald's because it sucks. I can't tell her that it sucks because I never worked at McDonald's. Okay, Walmart was the first job I ever had. She supported me when I got a job, so I just supported her. And that's why girls love to be with those kind of guys, because they're supportive, they care, they love each other, etc., etc. We just want the girls, and even the guys, to have what they want to have. So, for example, if you tell one of your friends, let's say one of your friends is wanting to work at Walmart. If they want to work at Walmart, let them work at Walmart. Do not convince them to not work at Walmart. I mean, although it is a job that I would not recommend, but hey, if you need a job, go for it. Because I'm not going to stop you guys. It is your opinions. We all have our own opinions in this world. Like I said, we have opinions on marriage, relationships, engagements, retailers, food, movies, music, everything. Because your likes and dislikes are what makes you, you. See, my dislikes are Cajun meat pies, scary movies, my least favorite console is the Wii. My favorite is the Xbox 360. You guys, my friends that likes is the Wii, chili dogs, and etc. etc. Now my likes are Harry Potter, Wreck-It Ralph, Guardians of the Galaxy. Not Galaxy. That's an interesting thing. He does not. My friend dislikes is Harry Potter, but I like Harry Potter. That's our opinions. Leave it alone. Okay. Oops. Psycho 6. That's one of the games people have their opinions on. Everyone says this game is bad because of all the glitches, and I can see why. Because there are some areas in Psycho 6 where the controls are loose, like in Shadow's Dusty Desert. Where you're just running on some uneven terrain and you just all of a sudden for some reason just light off and die. And another thing that makes the game really bad is Rouge and Knuckles climbing sections, because there is some levels where you get to play as Knuckles and Rouge, and for some reason Knuckles and Rouge cannot seem to get off the wall. It takes like 35 minutes just to finally get off the freaking wall. I mean, the controls are only slippery in the levels. And that's it. Now the homing attack is very less efficient than it was in previous games. And they don't have a fast speed at all. So yeah, like I said, we have our own opinions. It makes us us. Do not become controlling to one of your friends or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you're with. That's their opinion. So if they want to go to a certain college, let them go to that college. If they want to get that job, let them get that job. Okay? Now, that's just a fracture of this world, because there's many more things out there with our opinions besides all the things that are listed, like phones, MP3 players, iPods, everything. Because I actually don't like Apple. I would not prefer to use an iPhone, a MacBook, or an iPad, or an iPod. I always been using MP3s. I never used iPods. I've always preferred PC to the MacBook. I mean, it does have a CD drive, but it's not as good as a PC. I like Chromebook more than I do MacBook, but Chromebook does have its downsides, because like every time I go back to the previous tab, it just loads again. So starting me over from a certain point, like either back to the beginning of the video or somewhere in the middle of the video. And I'm fine if it goes back to the time I was at, instead of going back to the beginning of the video, because I would not remember where I was before the page loaded. See, I just gave my opinions on computers. You guys may say something different. You may like MacBooks more than Chromebooks, or Chromebooks more than Windows, or Windows more than Chromebooks, or Windows more than MacBooks. That's our opinions. My ex-girlfriend wanted to go to Kalamazoo at another college. That's her right there. So I'll let her do all those ones she wants to. Okay, so just remember, we all have our own opinions. Do not convince anyone otherwise. Please don't tell them otherwise, because that's going to hurt them, and that's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt the relationship, it's going to hurt the friendship, it's going to hurt the engagement, and it's going to hurt the marriage. Okay? So that's just how it is in this world. We all have our own opinions. We all have our own likes and dislikes. Like I stated before, I like chili dogs. You guys may not. I like spaghetti. You guys may not. Okay, that's the whole point. When I got to know Kelsey, she doesn't like Italian food. That's her opinion. Okay, I like Italian food. She doesn't, and that's okay. That's her. Likes and dislikes will always be who we are. No one can change who you are. You will always be that person forever. You cannot change who you are. You cannot let them change who you are. If you want to change who you are, you will be the one to decide that. Okay? Like, I don't like Walmart at all. I mean, I don't like it as a job. I mean, I'll be okay if I go there and buy stuff, but I'm not okay with working there, especially as a cart pusher. That's just how it is. We have our own personalities. Some people are naive, some people are stupid, some people are jerks, some people are lazy. And that's how it is in this world. Because we have a bunch of idiots out there, we have a bunch of jerks out there, and that cannot be changed at all. I think that's it for this video. Hope you guys learned something from this, if you'd never learned that before. Because I'm telling you, it's not going to be a pretty sight once you start getting in control of someone else's life. You are in control of your life. You worry about yourself, okay? Now, you worry about yourself and let them worry about themselves, okay? That's them. Because you do not need to know their entire personal life, okay? Even though you're part of their lives, doesn't mean you will actually get to know it. So like if for some reason YouTube fans get up onto YouTube and watch your videos and wants you to tell them about the personal lives, don't bother, okay? I have a personal life, but I'm not going to explain anything what happened in my personal life because it's between me and my family and no one else. So yeah, that's just all on us, okay? See, people who have nothing to do with their personal lives do not need to know about your personal lives, because we live in different lives here. You got a public life, which is basically you're going out shopping and going out to do stuff like go restaurants and all that. That's part of the public life. Going to school, going to work, that's all public. The personal or private life is basically what happens outside of the public. So like, whatever happens between you and your family stays between you and your family. That's why we have personal lives. And don't let them force you, because you're not going to. I can't do that. So I'm not gonna go onto YouTube and go to an account and tell the person in the comments to tell everyone about their personal lives, because they're not going to do that. Tiffany Quadrico has a video stating how people do not need to know about other people's personal lives. So if you're friends with someone, don't share your personal lives. I mean, the only reason why I share my personal life with Matthew is because he feels more of a brother to me than anyone else I've been friends with. I could even tell AJ, but I hardly ever see him. And then we have another life, which I'm not going to get into too much detail, but there's that life too. Now, if you are married, you can share your personal lives, because, or even when you're engaged, because, you know, since you're about to get married, you can actually tell them about your personal lives, because it's between you and your wife. It's between you and your fiance. Sorry, I was just wondering what that noise was. But anyway, that's just all on this. Okay, so if I was married to Kelsey, whatever happens between me, her, and our kids, and her parents and my parents, that's just between us. I'm not going to share anything personal. It's none of your business. So if I have a problem with someone, I either talk to a friend or someone in our family. But that's everything I should say. So thank you guys for watching this. I just had to make that clear, because I just don't want anyone in the world to feel pressured or to feel hated or anything like that, because that's not going to make them happy. It's going to make them upset. And it's either going to lead to them killing themselves or something. Because that's what happened to other people. Like, there's this one story that I read online where 2 girls killed themselves. One killed herself because she could not take any more pressure from her mom. Then the other one killed herself because she couldn't stand the fact that her friend was gone for almost a year. So before it even was a year, she killed herself. Now, God doesn't want us to kill ourselves. He wants us to live our lives to the fullest. Even Sonic and the Black Knight will tell you that. At the end of Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic tells Merlina that every world has its end. And he knows that it's kind of sad, but that is why we have to live life in the time we have. At least that's what he's figured. That's at least what he figures. But it's true. We have to live our lives to the fullest, because when you kill yourself, you are dead. There's nothing you can do to fix that. As Sonic once stated in Wreck-It Ralph, remember kids, don't die outside of a video game, because you will never be able to regenerate. And he's right about that. There is no star post in our world that we can touch and regenerate from that point. Unlike in video games, where if you die, you start back from the last star post you passed. But that's all I have to say, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, if there is one. And I finally got May 22nd off, so I'm all good. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, my sister's graduating next Friday, and it starts at 8 p.m. So, yep, that's about it. So, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.